Anxiety can affect our daily lives, but did you know that our diet can also influence how we feel? Yes, our diet plays a fundamental role in our emotional well-being. Certain foods and drinks can act as triggers for anxiety and depression, negatively influencing our mood. That is, what we eat and drink can have a direct impact on how we feel emotionally, whether by increasing feelings of nervousness or sadness, or hindering our ability to manage stress. Today, we will talk about some foods that could worsen anxiety symptoms and that you should avoid. Additionally, at the end of the video, we will give you a list of other foods that, in addition to being delicious, improve your emotional well-being. And this is a topic of great importance. Anxiety is a complex experience that manifests itself in various ways, both physically and psychologically. On a physical level, it can cause symptoms such as palpitations, excessive sweating, difficulty breathing, muscle tension, dizziness, and gastrointestinal disorders. On a psychological level, it is characterized by recurrent and negative thoughts, difficulty concentrating, irritability, insomnia, and a constant feeling of alertness. Take, for example, a panic attack, an intense manifestation of anxiety characterized by overwhelming fear that arises suddenly and unexpectedly. This experience, although distressing, is usually short-lived, leaving the sufferer with a feeling of relief once it passes. It's like an emotional storm that breaks through the calm, creating momentary chaos before dissipating. Find out below which are the 5 foods you should avoid if you suffer from anxiety. 1. Alcohol. Although alcohol may seem relaxing at first, in the long term it can worsen anxiety and sleep disorders. Many people use alcohol as a kind of temporary medication to cope with the symptoms of anxiety. The relaxing feeling that alcohol provides can be tempting, especially during times of stress. However, this quick fix often becomes an unhealthy habit, as the body becomes accustomed to the effects of alcohol and needs more and more to achieve the same level of calm. Alcohol acts as an emotional anesthetic, providing temporary relief from anxiety. By reducing inhibition and slowing down the central nervous system, it can create a false sense of calm. However, this effect is temporary, and once the alcohol is metabolized, anxiety usually returns, often with greater intensity. Although alcohol may seem like a short-term solution to anxiety, long-term use can exacerbate the problem. Alcohol interferes with the neurotransmitters that regulate mood and can trigger more frequent and severe episodes of anxiety. In addition, alcohol abuse can lead to other mental health problems, such as depression. About 15 million American adults, representing 7% of the population, have social anxiety disorder, and about 20% of people with social anxiety also suffer from alcohol abuse. Anxiety is a complex problem that requires a comprehensive approach. If you turn to alcohol to manage your anxiety, it is important to seek help from a mental health professional. There are effective therapies and medications that can help you control anxiety safely and long-term, without resorting to substances that can worsen the problem. 2. Caffeine. Caffeine is such an ingrained component of our culture that it is almost obvious to mention it in relation to coffee, energy drinks, teas, and chocolate. These are undoubtedly the most common and well-known sources of this stimulant, but its presence transcends these products, extending to a wide variety of foods and medications. Caffeine is a stimulant that can increase alertness for short periods of time and increase anxiety and levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Caffeine consumption in people with anxiety disorders, such as panic attacks, can trigger a range of intense physical symptoms. These include rapid heart palpitations, an overwhelming feeling of shortness of breath, nervousness, and headaches that can significantly aggravate anxiety attacks. To prevent the intensification of anxiety symptoms, people with anxiety disorders are advised to reduce or completely eliminate their intake of caffeine-containing foods and beverages. This substance acts as a stimulant of the central nervous system, which can cause increased excitability and make relaxation difficult, factors that can aggravate anxiety symptoms. Reducing or eliminating your consumption of coffee, black tea, colas, and energy drinks can help you feel calmer. 3. Trans fats. Trans fats, artificially created substances found in many processed foods, are known for their negative effects on cardiovascular health. However, its impact goes beyond the heart. Scientific studies have revealed a worrying connection between high consumption of trans fats and a higher risk of suffering from depression. These fats, by altering inflammatory processes in the body, can negatively affect brain chemistry, which in turn can alter the function of neurotransmitters such as serotonin, which is key to regulating mood. In other words, they not only put your physical health at risk, but also your emotional well-being. Commonly known as hydrogenated fats, trans fats are the result of an industrial process that transforms liquid vegetable oils into solid fats. Although these fats extend the shelf life of foods, their consumption has been linked to a wide range of health problems, including depression. By consuming foods rich in trans fats, we are exposing our brain to substances that can increase susceptibility to depression and other mental disorders. A long-term study of Project Sun, conducted by researchers from the Universities of Navarra and Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, analyzed more than 12,000 people over a period of 6 years. This study found that those with a high intake of trans and saturated fats were 48% more likely to develop depression compared to those with a moderate intake. The results of this study were published in the journal PLOS One. Trans fats, in addition to their well-known negative effects on the heart, may be influencing our mental health in a more direct way. These fats have the ability to trigger an inflammatory response in our body. This chronic inflammation, in turn, can affect the functioning of endothelial cells, which line the inside of blood vessels. When these cells are affected, communication between the nervous system and the immune system is altered, which could contribute to the development and worsening of depressive symptoms. Knowing this relationship, we can take preventive measures to reduce the risk of depression by limiting the consumption of foods rich in trans fats. A balanced and healthy diet to maintain not only good physical health, but also mental health. 4. Sugar. Excessive consumption of refined sugars, present in a wide variety of processed foods, can cause significant fluctuations in blood glucose levels. These fluctuations directly affect our mood. When blood sugar levels rise rapidly, we experience a spike in energy, which is unfortunately followed by a sharp drop. These sudden changes can trigger irritability, fatigue, and increased anxiety, which in the long term can contribute to the development of more severe mood disorders. Contrary to popular belief that serotonin is the happiness neurotransmitter, recent research has revealed a more complex picture. While it is true that serotonin plays an important role in regulating mood, excessively high levels of this neurotransmitter can, paradoxically, intensify the feeling of anxiety. One factor that can contribute to elevated serotonin levels in the brain is excessive sugar consumption. This fluctuation in serotonin levels can exacerbate anxiety symptoms in predisposed individuals. Numerous studies have found a correlation between high consumption of sugary drinks and an increased risk of developing anxiety disorders, especially in adolescents and young adults. A study conducted at Harvard University found that people who consumed large amounts of sugary drinks had a higher risk of developing long-term depression and anxiety. Opt for whole foods and natural sugars like those found in fruits. 5. Gluten. The immune reaction to gluten in people with celiac disease or non-celiac gluten sensitivity can trigger a systemic inflammatory response. This chronic inflammation can affect the brain and contribute to the onset of symptoms of anxiety and depression. Gluten intake can alter the composition of the intestinal microbiota, which in turn can influence the production of neurotransmitters such as serotonin, which is involved in regulating mood. Celiac disease can cause malabsorption of essential nutrients, such as B vitamins, which play a crucial role in mental health. Studies on the relationship between gluten and anxiety have yielded mixed results. Some studies have found a significant association, while others have found no clear link. Celiac disease, an autoimmune condition triggered by gluten consumption, goes beyond gastrointestinal symptoms. Recent research has revealed a significant connection between the condition and mental health. Numerous studies have shown that people with celiac disease have a higher prevalence of mood disorders, such as depression. Early diagnosis and proper treatment of celiac disease, including a strict gluten-free diet, can significantly improve both the physical and mental health of patients. This concludes our review of the 5 foods you should avoid if you suffer from anxiety. Now we will continue with a list of foods that doctors recommend to help reduce anxiety. Black chocolate. Dark chocolate, more than just a pleasure, has positioned itself as a natural ally to combat stress and anxiety. Its richness in tryptophan, an amino acid precursor of serotonin, a neurotransmitter associated with the feeling of well-being, makes it a powerful mood regulator. In addition, its magnesium content, an essential mineral for the functioning of the nervous system, helps reduce symptoms associated with depression. However, it is important to consume it in moderation. Incorporating small portions of high-quality dark chocolate into your daily diet can be a delicious way to take care of your mental health, as long as it is balanced with a healthy diet and an active lifestyle. Turmeric, a deep yellow spice, contains an active compound called curcumin that has gained a lot of attention in recent years for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. These properties may be especially beneficial for people who experience anxiety or mood disorders. Curcumin helps reduce inflammation in the body, which has been linked to depression and anxiety, and also fights oxidative stress, protecting cells from damage and contributing to better brain function. To incorporate turmeric into your diet, you can add it to smoothies, soups, stews, or make a turmeric tea with coconut milk and a touch of honey. Eggs. Eggs, in addition to being an excellent source of high-quality protein necessary for building and repairing tissues, are rich in vitamin D, essential for bone health and the immune system. But the benefits of eggs go beyond the physical. They contain tryptophan, an amino acid that is a precursor to serotonin, a key neurotransmitter for regulating mood. The tryptophan present in eggs is an essential amino acid that our body cannot produce on its own. Once ingested, tryptophan is converted into serotonin in the brain. This neurotransmitter, often called the happiness hormone, plays a key role in regulating mood, appetite, sleep, and cognitive functions. Like dark chocolate, which is rich in bioactive compounds, eggs can help increase serotonin levels in the brain, which translates into improved emotional well-being, a greater sense of calm and better quality of sleep. Yogurt. Yogurt, a probiotic food rich in beneficial bacteria such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, has been the subject of much research in recent years. These bacteria, known as probiotics, colonize our intestine and form part of what is called intestinal microbiota. Scientific studies suggest that there is a close relationship between the intestinal microbiota and the brain, which is known as the gut-brain axis. Some research has shown that regular consumption of yogurt can positively influence the composition of the intestinal microbiota, which in turn could modulate the production of neurotransmitters such as serotonin, which is key to regulating mood. In addition, the anti-inflammatory components present in yogurt can help reduce inflammation levels in the body, which has been linked to a decrease in symptoms of anxiety and depression. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds hide great benefits for our mental health. Rich in potassium, an essential mineral for nervous function, these seeds can help regulate blood pressure and contribute to a feeling of calm, thus reducing symptoms of anxiety and stress. In addition, their high zinc content makes them a true ally for our brain. Zinc is essential for the synthesis of neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine, which are directly related to mood. By improving brain function, zinc can help reduce anxiety, improve concentration, and promote a more positive mood. Green tea. Green tea, an ancient beverage prized for its medicinal properties, contains an amino acid called L-theanine that plays a key role in its calming effects. L-theanine acts on the brain by increasing the production of neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin, which are associated with feelings of well-being and relaxation. In addition, L-theanine promotes the generation of alpha waves in the brain, which results in a state of relaxed alertness. This combination of effects makes green tea an attractive option for those looking to reduce stress and anxiety without resorting to stimulants like caffeine. Additionally, green tea has been associated with improved sleep quality, which is critical for emotional well-being. By incorporating green tea into your diet, you may experience an increased sense of calm, mental clarity, and overall well-being. Foods rich in vitamin D, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin, has transcended its traditional role in bone health to become a focus in the mental health field. Recent research suggests a strong association between low vitamin D levels and a higher prevalence of mood disorders, such as depression, anxiety, and seasonal affective disorder. Seasonal affective disorder is a form of depression that follows a seasonal pattern, typically occurring at the same times each year. This condition is characterized by persistently low mood, loss of interest in pleasurable activities, and other depressive symptoms that intensify during the fall and winter months, when days are shorter and exposure to sunlight decreases. Vitamin D is believed to play a crucial role in regulating key neurotransmitters, such as serotonin and dopamine, which are involved in mood control. In addition, vitamin D may influence the body's inflammatory response, which has been linked to various psychiatric disorders. Studies suggest that adequate levels of vitamin D may help reduce inflammation, improve cognitive function, and protect neurons, thereby contributing to improved mood and reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression. Therefore, optimizing vitamin D levels could be a complementary strategy to improve emotional well-being. Fatty fish. Fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, trout, sardines, and herring are nutritional treasures. These foods are an exceptional source of omega-3 fatty acids, essential compounds that play a fundamental role in the functioning of our brain. Numerous studies have shown that regular consumption of omega-3 is associated with an improvement in cognitive function, a reduction in depressive symptoms, and a decrease in anxiety levels. In fact, scientific research has revealed that supplementing with foods rich in omega-3 can be an effective strategy to alleviate anxiety symptoms and improve overall emotional well-being. Nutrition plays a fundamental role in our overall well-being, including our mental health. If you're dealing with anxiety, changing your diet could be an important first step toward alleviating your symptoms. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight, but adding certain foods and cutting back on others can help improve your mood and reduce anxiety. Remember that every person is unique, so what works for someone may not work for you. It is best to have a health professional guide you and recommend the best diet for your condition. A balanced, nutrient-rich diet can help reduce anxiety. Prioritize foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, fish, and nuts. These foods provide the nutrients needed for good brain function and help regulate mood. And remember that diet is only one part of anxiety management. Combine a healthy diet with other strategies such as regular exercise, relaxation techniques, and, if necessary, therapy. You have the power to feel better. Did you enjoy this video? Give us a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe for more health and wellness tips. See you soon.